Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the semis of Tuesday, May 8th, Good as Gold Tournament number 26, hosted and sponsored by Zeke.com. They are amazing and fantastic, and with me today is guestcaster Mr. Lefty. Hello, sir. How are you?
Excellent. How are you doing today?
I'm fantastic. Let's jump in to this in-game one of a best-of-3 semifinals. Open up that production tab, and we see in the upper right-hand corner of Cloud Kingdom, in the blue trunks, we have CDG's Rax.
Ooh.
Yes. And who do we have in the lower left corner, sir?
Well, we've got this thing. Some people call it OP. I tend to agree. Right. Anyway, what this is a Protoss, and he's green, and he goes by the name of Extraneous.
No comments on balance.
All right, consider it a personal whine.
Yes, whining. Whining's fine. No discussions on balance. That could go on forever and ever and get us into trouble.
It could get us into trouble, but no, as we can see here, Extraneous is doing the standard probe scout after Pylon. And we saw that CDG Rax has put his supply depot by his mineral line, so not going for the wall off.
And again, that's something that I like to see. I'm just kind of following the probe around the screen right now to keep everybody interested in amazing action that's happening early in the game.
You mean like how Rax is like freaking out and hoping there's no proxy, so he's pulling every SCV possible?
All of his SCVs. He really hates that probe. I do too. I do try and catch it, but I don't pull all my probes, or all my workers. I'll pull like 4 sometimes, try to get us around, and hope that they don't do the ghost through to the minerals walk. There's a lot of people don't.
He's pretty standard.
He's going
out of Extraneous.
Command center.
Is he going command? Wow.
That is interesting. What do we have our Protoss doing? He's already got one gateway down. He can very easily just 4-gate this right now. Or he can lay down a cybernetics core first.
I think he accidentally misclicked at all 3 of his probes. But we see the Zealot getting rallied out. I feel sorry for Rax here. He's going to come up and find no expansion, go into the main, and realize that he really needs to get some kind of defensive structure down quickly. As he's going with a barracks at his wall off at his natural, followed up by a supply depot. It looks like Rax pulled down another one. I'm guessing for another supply depot, or maybe a Rax.
Yeah, it's a second. And then he's going to throw a bunker down where that rally point is. I've seen this build. I've actually used it myself. It's really like razor's edge. You literally have to pull all of your SCVs from your main down to your natural so they're ready to jump in and repair. But if you do hold off that first attack the Protoss is bound to do, it really does put you ahead. But it's kind of a gamble. You just have to hope that your micro is going to be better.
So Rax went ahead and was being annoying. He's going to lose this SCV now, but he did manage to have Extraneous pull all of his probes and try to get the SCV. But that Zealot will clean it up with 1 kill. He's got 2 Zealots out now. We might see some pressure. Quick robo going down from Extraneous. Nice, just scouting. It looks like Rax will be fine.
He's just allowing that chrono to really build up too. He's not even worried about chronoing out his warp gate. I guess perhaps he's saving it for warp-ins later, or else he's just missing it. Either way.
He could be going for a fast observer too. He could he just chrono boost out that observer as soon as it comes up. There it is. He's chrono boosting both the gateway and the cyber core as we speak. So both racks are done. We've got
I really don't like this bunker positioning at all. That front bunker is so easy to snipe off for stalkers, while the bunker behind can't help in any way and just kind of stares.
I have to agree with you. I would prefer it to actually be behind that wall. Like if it was on the other side of the wall there, that's where it would actually be really nice. He could get to repair it faster.
Exactly.
And
then there's less room for Zealots to attack both that bunker and the one above it, because they would share a piece of a wall with each other and with that rock ledge.
Now, I'm curious about this build. You said you used it before. Is this a non-orbital build?
No.
Oh, okay.
It normally does have an orbital. We do see the 4X coming down. He should have 3 gas coming up that should be completed basically as these racks are done, and then have a 5th racks coming up if he was doing exactly what I've seen done before. I mean, that's a GSL level thing where I just like wrote it all down and studied it, and I tried really hard to do it. It looks like CDG Rex may have just freelanced this one, which is fantastic to see. I really like to see innovation, and especially at the lower leagues like this gold. I don't mean to insult, and I know Lefty doesn't either. We like to try and analyze the game and figure out what could be done different, what we can steal ourselves to improve our own gameplay. So we have 6 racks being supported off the 2 base, and now 2 orbitals, and he very well may just go with Marines. I would love to see him put a gas down because Marauders would be fantastic, but at this point, Extraneous has waited so long for the attack, and instead of building a mortar, he built a observer. I'm pretty sure that this Marine force is going to be able to push this half Stalker, half Zealot force away. And Supply Depot coming down at the top, that's another interesting choice. I wonder if he walls it off completely. Can Stalkers actually see the bunker and therefore shoot it if a Zealot is attacking the Supply Depot?
I would assume so, yes, but you'll notice that Extraneous is completely ignoring that ramp anyways. He's building up in CD Rack's third with an Immortal now. We should see, I'm assuming one more warp in and we'll see Extraneous go here. Extraneous is slowing the game down. How sad. But with CD Rax just pumping out Marines here, I don't see him having too much trouble holding this. It should be interesting. He does have a gas going down. It is natural now, and threw up 2.
All told. And now we have Extraneous moving forward into the Marine force. The double bunkers. We see Garden Shield pop. The Zealots getting some decent attack on some Marines. All the SCVs pulled, but too late. One of the bunkers is already dead. The second one's going to die. The Marines are removed and actually rallied forward. So with the SCVs and Marines, it forces Extraneous to retreat to his reinforcements, which are, interestingly enough, Stalkers. I expected him to warp in Zealots against this Marine SCV force. We do have the great micro with the Immortal in the back. And
there's just too many Marines.
That is a huge amount of DPS, although he did a fantastic job.
Extraneous calls a good game. Interesting.
Okay.
He was working off one base there, so at that point he was just super far behind. But I got to give it to Rax there. He, he really looked like he knew what he was doing with that build. Just getting out 2 bunkers real fast to secure his natural, and then just pumping out a ton of Marines saying, "Come at me." And Extraneous tried to, and it didn't work.
No, it did not. And there we had, unfortunately, a unupdated header. So people were looking at CDG Rax, or rather at Suinagi's header still, which is unfortunate because all you have to do is hit the update button, and I did not do that.
That's what you were doing while I was doing intros.
I thought so as well, but apparently that didn't happen. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was the end of Game 1 of the Best of 3 series for the semifinals. And yes, indeed, lol is indeed true. Here we go. As we take a quick look at the graphs, we see CDG Rax was behind in army value the entire game, and yet managed to win, perhaps due to his resource collection rate overall. We just saw, well, really the score summary wasn't as disparate as we may have expected, but 1 base against 2 base, against a solid 2 base, and easily expanding into a 3rd base. Extraneous GG'd out. And so right now, we're going to work on setting up game number 2 in this best of 3.
Yeah, I know you were mentioning the score there. I think Extraneous realized, though, that the score would have changed quite drastically from that point on. He was just so far behind that we would have seen him flatline on the score and Rax just build up very quickly.
Definitely agree with you. We're going to go ahead and cut the video in just a moment, so if you want to see the next game, look for the VOD.